Okay, good morning, everyone. Well, I think so that it's time to start. Please let me know if you are listening to me and if you are watching my presentation, please.
Yes, teacher, perfect.
Okay, thank you. Well, before to start, I would like to ask you if it is okay that I start recording this session. There is any problem or can I record? There's some microphone there. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start recording this session, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Right, yes.
Okay, thank you. Well, so if you could help me to admit your classmates, please. You can do it, okay? Because I'm gonna start with my lesson. So welcome to this session. Um, Let me check first, please. There,
Teacher, I have a question.
yes, tell me.
Uh, the link of these sessions you will send on the campus or in where stay the link?
The link of the session,
Yes,
the recording session, or just of the link to
yes,
enter to the link.
the recording sessions.
I think so that let me ask if the organizers of this session are going to send the recording of the session. But if you leave me the emails, can I send it? Okay. But
Okay.
it's also the recording is gonna save in the Teams, so you can watch there.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
Teacher,
Yeah.
teacher, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Disculpe, tutora, pero se la voy a decir en español porque no sé cómo sustentarla
Okay.
en inglés. Era que si este encuentro queda grabado, ya que yo pues necesito ver este encuentro, pero también necesito la grabación. Conforme a esto, yo voy a desarrollar un diario de campo.
Sí, la sesión queda grabada y lo que le dije a tu compañero, voy a mirar si se las puedo enviar. Tendría que hablar con el organizador del CIPAS, listo, entonces para enviársela. O de lo contrario, pues recuerden que como está siendo grabada en Teams y ustedes están uniéndose a Teams, queda en el Teams.
Ah, ok,
En el
tutora.
chat de Teams queda la sesión. ¿Listo?
Gracias, tutora.
Ah, listo, profe. Gracias.
Ok, ok. Pero de todas maneras, miren que yo les acabé de enviar un link de asistencia. Por favor, está en el chat. Este link de asistencia es súper importante porque ahí podemos tener, digamos, la marca de asistencia de ustedes y también podría tener cierta información. En cuanto yo tenga la grabación y si es posible, yo se las puedo enviar en los correos que ustedes dejen en el link de asistencia. ¿Listo? Por favor, me confirman ustedes si ya están observando el link de asistencia en el chat de Teams que les acabé de enviar.
No, profe, yo no.
Bueno, lo voy a volver a enviar entonces
Yes,
nuevamente.
teacher.
¿Listo? Ok.
Sí, señora, lo que pasa es
Yes,
que es como el
teacher.
primer mensaje, entonces de pronto queda perdido con los demás.
Ah, ok, ok. Listo, ya lo volví a enviar. Por favor, me colaboran para iniciar con la sesión. Me van a colaborar admitiendo a sus compañeros. Ustedes también creo que tienen ese ese rol que puedan
Yes,
admitir porque
teacher.
les aparecen. Entonces, porfa, yo ya voy a estar en la sesión. Quien esté solicitando admitir, usted le da admitir. ¿Listo?
Of course.
Ok, bueno, porque si no, no voy a poder iniciar. So I'm gonna present again. Okay, so there are you watching my presentation, right?
Yes,
Yep.
teacher.
Okay, so well, my name is Maria Fernanda Helput, and today we are going to talk about experiences. And how we are going to talk about experiences? We are going to use the present perfect for that, okay? So first, we're going to start with some questions. Just it is like a ice breaking rooms or something that we could do or with the partners or just with me to start with this lesson. That is so easy. So please, I need that you participate, that raise your hands or just you react with hearts, with faces, with everyone that you want, okay? So as I said, we're gonna start with some presenting, sorry, the agenda, okay? First, I would like to say welcome to this class. This is a life experiences topic that we are going to use the present perfect, okay? To talk about the life experiences. Because, you know, there are things that happen in our life and some moments, but there are exact time that is not so important. So that is the reason that we use the present perfect to talk about life experiences. Okay, then we are gonna just check or let's gonna introduce the topic with some pictures. Then we have the practice time and some questions at the end that we have a reflection, okay? So here we have the life experiences, images. For example, watching these images, what you start thinking of what are the life experiences that you connect with these pictures?
According to the picture, is traveling.
Yes, traveling, perfect. What else? What could be
Vacation.
another?
Spending time with other people.
Yeah, perfect. Spending time with other people, with friends, with family, right? Okay, what else? What experiences that you could mention with that pictures that are related or regarding your experiences?
In the beach or in
It
the
can
city?
be
Yes,
vacations with friends.
yes, vacation with friends. Okay, good, perfect. Well, so um, remember, today's topic is life experiences, and these are the things that happen in our life on some moments, but the exact time it is not important. That is just we live that experience any time of our lives, okay? So for that, let's gonna check this. Let's gonna try to talk but before to talk, let's gonna start thinking and answer some questions, easy questions, yes, with yes or not. So you could answer yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Okay. The first question mentioned: have you ever traveled another city or place? Yes or not?
Yes, I
Yes. have.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, I
Remember,
have.
remember that we are gonna try to answer just with short answers, yes or not. We have yes, I have, not, I haven't, okay, or no, I have not, the long expression. So that next question: have you ever eaten something very strange?
No.
no.
No, I haven't not.
No, I haven't.
No,
Okay. Okay. Well, let's gonna continue with another question. Have you ever met a famous person? Have you ever
Yes, I
met?
have.
Okay, good.
No.
Haven't? Okay, well. Next, this. Have you ever forgotten an important date?
No, I haven't not.
Yes, I have.
Okay, yes. Me too. I sometimes have I forgot important days, but also I have forgotten important date. Okay, so as you could see here, we could ask questions about something that we have lived in our in different moments of our life, okay? That are experience that we have lived before. So I would like to mention this short anecdote, okay? That it is just to because I would like to invite you to listen and then try to identify different pathways about the use of present perfect. Okay, so let's gonna check. Or someone would like to read the anecdote? Someone, would you like to help me to read the anecdote, the short anecdote? No?
I have traveled to Bucaramanga. It was an amazing trip. There are visited different restaurants and I had insects. I was very nervous, but they were actually I can never say it. Something? I don't know how the pronunciation teacher for it.
It's okay, okay, continue.
Something? Okay.
Yeah.
It was one of the strangest for that I have eaten in my life.
Okay, so,
Teacher,
okay, continue.
may I read?
Sorry, say again, please.
May I read?
Yes, okay, continue, please.
Okay. I have traveled to Bucaramanga. It was an amazing trip. There I visited different restaurants and I ate insects. I was very nervous, but they were actually crunchy. It was one of the strange food that I have eaten in my life.
Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, this is a short anecdote that that I live in, like I think so that was like 4 years ago that I had traveled to Bucaramanga. It was an amazing trip. There I visit different restaurants and I ate insects. It was very nervous, but they were actually crunchy. It was one of the strangest food that I have eaten in my life. Okay, so with this short anecdote, I would like to start asking you to think about what about you? What is the strangest food you have eaten? Start thinking just and give me short answers.
In my case, maybe it's from Bucaramanga too, like hormiga culona.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the same that I lived and I tried insects, hormiga culona. Yes, good. And
But
how
it's
was that
delicious. I like
experience?
it.
You like it?
I like it. Yes, I love
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Someone else?
Thank you.
Thank you, you too. Someone else could like to answer this question. What is the strangest food you have eaten? No? Okay, well, so let's gonna continue with another question. Uh, let's gonna continue with the topic about, let's gonna try to discover, okay? So here I have different statements like I have visited 3 countries. She has tried sushi. They have never traveled by plane. We have watched that movie. So I'd like to ask you, what words you notice in one of the phrases that repeated, are repeated. What are the words that are repeated?
Have.
Okay, have. What else? Have and has. Yes. And what verbs appears before the main verb? What verbs appears before the main verb?
And visited, tried, travel, and watch.
Okay, yes. So discovering this, that is how we organize with our ideas to using present perfect, okay? We could notice that we are gonna use have or has plus past participle, okay? That this is how we are gonna try to organize in the different grammatical structures, taking into account that we have auxiliary verbs in this case. This is like an auxiliary verb, have or has, okay? And the main verb that in this case it is the past participle. Okay, teacher, but uh, how I notice that I have to use have or has? Okay, that is that have just you are gonna use just for a first person, for third person, but it's in plural, and also for we or also that we refers to you. Okay, when we are gonna use different subjects like I, you, they, or we. And what about has? Has we are gonna use just when we refers to the third person, okay? When we want to express some ideas, so, but the idea, the main subject is the third person. So in that case, we are gonna use has, okay? But now, remember the grammar structure, okay? It is have, has, the main auxiliary verbs, and then we are gonna use the past participle. For example, in this case, we have the subject. It is followed with the
You,
yes, that could be
you have.
you. Perfect, you have, and then the past participle, right? For example, we have this subject that is Camilo. What is the auxiliary verb that we are gonna use? That we are gonna use has.
Has.
Okay, okay.
Has. Yes.
Has, it is used just for third person. Okay, she, he, or it. We are also will refers with proper names. Camilo, Maria, Elias, Antonio. Okay, things or animals. And then we use the past participle. Sorry, that is in this case, Camilo has traveled, and then the complement that in this case it is abroad. Following this grammatical structure, you could express different life experiences using present perfect. You have any question? You have any doubt? Oh, that's okay. No questions? Okay.
Question.
So, how could be the negative part? Just what we have to say that we have to add one word for the negative part or negative expressions.
Not.
Not. Yes. Not. That is the only word that we are gonna use, okay, to say or to mention something that is not true, something that is negative. And how we are gonna use that word? After the word not, we are gonna use this word after the auxiliary verb, okay? And what about questions? That we have two kind of questions. What are the two kind of questions? Yes or
Has
no
Camilo
questions?
traveled?
Yes. Has Camilo traveled abroad? Just we interchange the position of the subject and the auxiliary verb. No more. And what about the W questions?
The W question is first.
Yes.
Yes, teacher, I think that is almost the same, but you have to add WH question and then the auxiliary verb and then the subject and the verb.
Okay, yes, thank you. First, we are going to use the W question, then we are going to use the auxiliary verb, and then subject and then past participle. That's easy, okay? That's not so complicated. Okay, so with that, we are gonna try to comprehend that present perfect. Okay, that is, we are gonna use this tense to talk about life experiences. And here that we have to remember that we don't use a specific time. Just when you use a specific time, like yesterday, last year, or 2 months ago, okay, that are the specific time expressions, just we are gonna use for past simple. That's when we talk about finished actions. And what is important to know this? Because to continue talking about life experiences using present perfect and to have extended monologue, you also could combine these two tenses, present perfect and past simple, okay? So, for example, if the sentence has time expressions, remember that like yesterday, last week, in 2020 or 2019, or 2 days ago, 2 months ago, the last week, that are time expressions that is specific the time when happened that action. So that is in the past simple. Okay, for example, I visited Paris last year. Okay, but if there is something that you live in a moment, or always you have the opportunity in the past, but also we have a connection with the present, you're gonna use the present perfect, okay? In that present perfect, we don't use the time expressions. So just it is for past simple. Now, with that, let's gonna try to talk, answer, and ask questions, okay? So first, you are gonna try to ask questions, and then you are gonna have the opportunity to answer. For example, and then what we are gonna do after that? Following, we are gonna try to ask questions about any life experience using present perfect. Then we're gonna use to try to complement that expression with past simple, okay? For example, have you eaten sushi? I probably say, yes, I have eaten. And then to continue the conversation, okay, to extend the monologue or to extend the conversation, you could use another question that is in past simple. When did you eat it? And then the person answered, I ate it 2 months ago. Then you could ask another question in past simple. For example, where did you eat it? I ate it in Bogota last year. So here you could notice that you could combine two tenses, past, present perfect and past simple to continue a long conversation. Okay, so we're gonna try. Just you have 1 minute to organize ideas, to organize questions. Remember, the first question it is using present perfect. Then, according to that, you could add more questions in past simple. The idea it is that you start talking and with long conversations, and just with questions with present perfect, it is okay? No. Also, we could organize that questions using past simple questions, okay? To organize a conversation. So please, guys, try to organize questions, and then we are gonna participate, okay, with our classmates. Or probably you could ask to me the questions. You got it, what you have to do? Eh, Jerónimo, continue.
Teacher, have you ever go to the cinema?
Yes, I have ever gone to the cinema.
Um, what movie do you watch?
I watch Spider-Man.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, Jeronimo. Jeronimo, what about you? Have you visited different places in Colombia?
Yeah, I go to some village and towns.
Okay, when did you visit the last town?
The last time was in last year.
The last year, okay. What was the town that you visited?
I don't remember his name.
Its name, okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Jeronimo. Continue with Jonathan.
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Have you ever spoken with a native speaker?
Yes, I have speaking with an African teacher that he studied in Australia.
Okay, nice. Have you ever been in another country?
Yes, I have lived in United States for 1 year.
Okay, that's awesome.
What
Do
about
you have?
you?
I was
Have you ever
in.
traveled to an abroad or to another city, to another country?
Yes, I have traveled to Spain
Nice.
in
When did you
90
travel? When
in
did you
December.
travel?
Yeah, in December 2025. I was
Okay,
yeah, I was there with my son.
nice. Really nice. That was an awesome experience.
Yeah, of course. It was incredible.
Okay.
We were there like 15 days.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, someone else? Another person would like to participate? Eliasar?
Yes, teacher. Have you ever ridden a horse?
No, I haven't. I haven't that the opportunity. What about you? Have you ever ride a horse? Eliasar.
Yes, I have. I have ridden a horse.
When did you do that?
I was 1 year ago in a farm.
Okay, now the farm was about some friends or just with your family or is
Yeah,
sorry?
it was a friend.
Ah,
Yeah, it
okay,
was a
that
friend
was
of mine
okay,
who
nice.
invited me
Mm,
to have
perfect.
to spend a time with them.
How was that experience?
It was amazing. I really have a good time with my friend and his family. We
Okay.
one
What was
prepare a
another?
delicious food and we just
Okay, okay, sorry. What was the another experience that you lived there in the farm?
uh, I tried different type of fruits.
Yes, that was in Colombia.
So, yeah, of course.
Okay, that is the reason that you try different fruits because Colombia has a lot of fruits, right? Okay, nice. Thank you,
Yeah.
Leser. Another person? No, but you are so shy. Okay, now let's gonna remember some of the answers, so some of the questions, okay? And you are gonna try to report, but using the third person. For example, how we are gonna report that expressions. For example, Laura has eaten sushi and she ate in Bogota last year, okay? Camilo and Mia have eaten something straight in Mexico. And they have eaten burritos and enchiladas, and they ate it in the last trip. So we are going to try to report some information that we are going to listen about our partners with a game, but using the names or using just the third person subject. And combining present perfect and past simple. Oh, sorry. But how we are going to report that? But before that, we are going to try to, before to report that ideas, we are going to play a game, okay? So, I'm so sorry. I think so that my internet is not working. Give me a second, please. Okay. So if you want to join to this game, you can scan the code or just to watch. So what is the idea? The idea that is we are going to try to spin the wheel, and there are different questions. So there are you watching there the game? Yes or no? Yes, right?
Right, teacher.
Okay. So, for example,
Right.
Eliezer says, teacher, I want to participate and I would like to ask this question one of my partners. So you ask the question, one of your classmates answer the questions, and then Eliezer report the answer of the classmates, okay? So let's gonna try to play. So, but before that, we are gonna to read some of the questions. For example, Eliazar, could you help me with asking the question to Jonathan?
Yes, teacher, but sorry, I
Okay,
can see
so
the screen.
you can see the spin.
No, I can see the screen.
Oh,
Can I do the
well,
question?
Maybe it's my internet connection. Is
If you prefer,
Oh, I don't
teacher,
know.
I
probably,
can.
okay. So, Eliazar, could you answer the question? And Jonathan ask the question. Yes?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so let's gonna spin the question. Jonathan ask the question, Eliezer answer the question, and then Jonathan report the answer, the Eliezer's answer, okay?
Okay.
Let's gonna start.
Hello, Eliezer.
Hello.
Have you ever tried to learn something difficult?
Yes, I have. Um, I have tried. I have tried to learn a different language. I mean Mandarin, and yeah, I consider it's really difficult, but I get by.
Okay, it's nice. Eliezer said that he had try to learn Mandarin language.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Eliezer and Jonathan. But Eliezer has learned something difficult. He was learning Mandarin. It was so difficult, right? Okay, now let's go with Helen. Helen Diana. Could you ask the question, please?
Yes, teacher.
And let's go with Erika. Erika Forero, could you answer the question? And then, Helen, you have to report the question, okay? So let's gonna spin the wheel.
Okay, hello classmates. And have you ever won a prize or competition?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. That is a funny question for me, but I'm sorry. No, I haven't. A competition? No.
Okay, thank you. Continue, Helen.
And so she said that she has never won a prize or a competition in her life.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, Erika, could you ask a question? And let's gonna see. I don't see any other participants. Let me check. Diana, could you answer the question, please? Oops, sorry. Something that was happening with my connection, I think. I don't know.
Yes, because I can't see. Maybe you go to the presentation.
Yeah, let me check. Is the game again? Okay, so here we go. Hmm? I'm sorry, that is not the game. Okay, please, guys. We are trying to sharing the activity. I would like to invite you to create your own questions for your partners, please.
Maybe.
Erika, continue.
Karen Daniela? Maybe?
Sorry?
Karen Daniela?
Para
Yes,
Karen
teacher.
Daniel. Okay, continue, Erika.
Have you ever been in a mysterious place?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
Don't worry. Sorry, teacher, because I am
It would be
working. Okay. Have you ever been in a mysterious place? Hello, place. ¿Ya terminaron allá?
Erika, could you please repeat the question loud?
Teacher, this question, ¿esa pregunta está ahí en la ruleta?
No.
No, it's the other question, ¿ya?
No, es que yo no estaba
Okay.
viendo la ruleta.
Have you, la voy a escribir lo que entendí. Have you,
Ole, pedazo de cachimba. Ayer se me salió la testícula de la
Por
máquina
favor, me
saludando.
colaboran con los micrófonos las personas que no están participando en la clase.
oh, what
Y-
is it? Okay. Have you ever,
¿Qué?
have you ever, classmate, I don't understand this question, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay,
acá la tengo.
so
Estaba mirando.
Erika, we are gonna ask the question, but we are
tengo,
gonna
teacher,
use the
sorry,
wheel, okay?
because I can't see your-
The wheel.
Ya. Okay. Que no tenía la pantalla. Okay. Have you ever watched a movie more than 3 times?
Karen, answer the question.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Yes, I have. Yes. The last weekend, I watched 3 movies. Yeah. For example, I watched a Sinner. Then I watched the tennis. Calling the tennis is I don't remember the names of these movies. It's about the sport. Then is the series La Primera Vez. Yes, La Primera Vez is the series Colombian. Yeah.
The first time?
Yes,
the first time. Okay,
the first
good,
time.
perfect.
Yeah, the first time. Thank you,
Mhm.
teacher. And
It's
you,
okay.
classmate? Okay. Have you ever watched the movies more than 3 times?
Erika,
Teacher, wait
answer
a
the
moment,
question.
because I am working here at the school and my boss is next to me. Wait me a moment, please.
Teacher, I confused this question. I understand
It's okay.
tres
It's
películas
okay.
al tiempo, pero es 3 veces. Es como la repetición, ¿ya?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yes, I have.
Okay, Erika, could you please report the Karen's answer?
Teacher, she said that she has work in school, so she was a little busy.
Ah, okay. That was the problem, that I couldn't listen very well. Thank you. Okay. So let's gonna continue with another person. Let's gonna first try to spin the wheel. And Karen, could you ask the question, please? And someone, whatever that you want, answer the question.
Okay, classmate, have you ever cheated on a test?
Have you ever cheated on a test?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great, Ingrid. Thank you for your answer. Okay, Karen, could you ask more questions using past simple?
Okay, teacher. Uh, I can see. Oh, when did you cheating on a test?
Yes,
Yes.
when did you, yes, when did you cheating on the
Okay,
test?
when?
Ingrid.
Something. Oh, teacher, can I see when was, como cuándo fue? No?
Yeah, it's better with using past simple with the when did you cheat on a test?
Okay, okay, teacher.
When did you cheat it on a test? Ingrid, when was that amazing thing that you did in your life? No, it's not true. It's not an amazing thing. But
Teacher,
I
I'm
think,
sorry. Teacher, I have a
yeah,
question.
yeah,
Shouldn't the class be record?
yes, it is recording the session.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that was a saying that is not amazing cheating on a test, but sometimes in our life we do that. For example, in my case, I cheated on a test when I was at school. I had to present a physics test, and it was so difficult. So that I have just I write different small papers to cheating on that test. But when I was in the school, like was many years ago. Okay, so let's gonna continue with another question.
Teacher, sorry. I
Yeah.
was thinking about Shiram. It means when you are in a relationship and you have a fault. Is the
Yes,
same.
it is the same. You cheating, but on a test, you cheating or someone, a person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever cheated on someone?
Yes, in both cases, teacher.
Okay. Okay, Carlos,
When I
answer
was
this
in high
another
school,
question.
tell me, teacher, sorry.
Okay, continue answering that question.
Yes, when I was at the school and in the university. Uh,
Okay.
because I have to pass the exam and I write down some answer in my hand for Chiro.
Cheat on the test. Okay, yes. But that I suppose that was like many years ago, right?
You're right. Teacher.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so one of you, could you answer this question? Have you ever forgotten something important?
Yes, teacher. I sometimes forget important things, but try to be more organized.
Organized. Okay. When was the last time that you forget something? Or what was something important that you forget? Maybe there was a date, there was
And
an appointment.
the CIPAS.
Yes. Okay, that was something important that you forgot. Okay, Francenet, right? That is your name, Francenet?
Yes, and Francie.
Okay, Francenet or Francie has forgotten a CIPAS. That was something important for her. Thank you. Okay, so guys, let's gonna continue with another question. This is a question that we was talking with Carlos. That was, have you ever cheated someone? Could you answer that question? Have you ever cheated someone? Cheating on someone, sorry. Yes or no?
Yes, I have cheated on someone.
Okay. Isabella, thank you. When was the last time that you cheated on someone? When was the last time? Yesterday, 2 months ago, 1 year ago? When was the last time that you cheated on someone? Maybe you cheat on your teacher, maybe you cheat on your partner, maybe you cheat on your mother. But when was the last time that you cheated on someone? Isabela.
I cheated on my mother yesterday.
Okay, that was recently. Okay, thank you. Isabella said that she has cheating on her mother. Okay, and she did that yesterday. Okay, thank you. So, let's gonna stop the game and let's gonna try to go back to the presentation. Okay. Okay, guys, if you have any question or if you have any doubts about the use of present perfect, that is, remember that we are gonna use that to talk about life experiences. What is the reason of that? Because we are alive, so we live that moment in the past, but also that we could live another time. Why? Because we have the opportunity to live that experience again. So that is the reason that we use the present perfect. Okay. What about the past simple? When we use past simple, we use past simple, okay, just to talk about actions that we finish. Always I mention that sometimes, for example, I always say that when I finish a relationship, just it is, I finished my relationship with my boyfriend that is in the past, so I close that. No more, no chatting, no callings, no coffees, anything about that, that is past, okay? So, but if I finish a relationship, but also I am cheating, I'm calling, and I'm hanging out with that person and friends. So that is not past simple, that is present perfect. Okay? So what we are gonna try to understand that when we would like to talk about experiences that we live in a moment, so we use present perfect, following the grammatical structures, right? So, guys, are you watching there my presentation again?
No, teacher.
No? I
No.
don't know what's happening.
Oh, no.
Okay, okay. There is this, this. There. Are you watching there? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is the end of our, let's gonna continue with something I'd like to mention, that is a brief reflection that we learned about how to use the present perfect to talk about our life experiences. And also we practice answering questions, trying to connect our ideas or life experiences with past simples to continue trying to develop in long conversation or extended conversation. Okay, so in that way we could connect present perfect and past simple. Now, about you, I would like that just invite you to keep in practice to become more confident, to talk about experiences in English and just try to remember different words, different grammatical structures that are important. But when you speak, it doesn't matter important, okay? It doesn't matter how you express your ideas, the ideas that you try to express, try to talk, okay? In that way that you're gonna try to gain confidence, and then you are gonna be more fluent, and then you are gonna try to express ideas naturally. So I'd like to talk with you. I'd like to listen to you about the experience with the lesson. Me gustaría ahora escucharlos sobre la experiencia con la clase. How did you feel? ¿Cómo se sintieron? Si practicamos un poquito, si miramos
Yeah.
cómo pudimos conectar el pasado con el presente para hacer una conversación más larga con los compañeros, etcétera. Cómo hacer los reportes. Los escucho.
The class was very funny and entertainment.
Entertainment, okay. Thank you, Isabella.
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm not Isabella. I'm Isabel.
Sorry, Isabel. Sorry, it's
Okay,
Sofia.
don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher,
Teacher,
Yes.
ladies,
Antoinette?
dale,
Teacher,
compañero, yo ahorita paso.
teacher, can you hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, teacher, the class, it was very fun, very creative, and it caught my attention. I learned and practiced more my grammar, yes, my grammar skills. It was very important, and thank you so much.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Teacher, my experience is very good. Although I feel a little cheat about my pronunciation, but I am learning. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. That is like a common issue that we have the beginners when we start learning a language, that we feel very nervous, but the idea that is that we practice a lot, that we talk. It doesn't matter the tone, it doesn't matter the pronunciation. The idea that is just to try to communicate your ideas. Okay. In that
Yes,
way,
teacher.
in that way, you are gonna improve your fluency, your speaking, and that is very important grammar. But when you speak, just try to don't just try to speak, not try to think a lot of how the grammatical structure is. It is important, but for speaking, just speak. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Let's go with Jonathan.
Yes, teacher, the class was good. Even though I was late, I had the opportunity to participate in the class. So I think that your methodology is good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Moscone. Thank you, Jonathan, for your participation. That means that you are connected in the class, and just you didn't pay attention, just you participate, and the idea that was right. To participate, to learn. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's gonna continue with Elias.
Okay, teacher. To be honest, it was a meaningful class. I think the topic was interesting and nice. And most importantly, I think that it was a class which I think most of students, most of classmates uh, take part of this class. We have a lot of participation, no matter the pronunciation or mistakes, but it was like an interactive class. And of course, you did a lot of activities just to keep us entertained, and it was really awesome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for your participation, Elias, and thank you for to be part of the class all the time. I know that you have a lot of things to do. Maybe, probably, you are at home with your family, or maybe you are at work, but you participated. Thank you. That was, Elias, you had an excellent pronunciation. Did you travel abroad?
No, but
No.
in fact, I have
Um,
talked to different foreigners.
um, so is your father a native speaker or is a teacher?
No, I wish, but no. So I
That,
think I like learning English, or I've learned on my own and just practice.
oh, nice, really nice. So you are totally autonomous.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, good, excellent. Let's gonna continue with Helen.
Okay, teacher, first of all, I want to say you thank you because it was a useful class and I learned a lot about structures and how to use the present perfect and even the simple past. So it was it was beautiful, everything, every class, and every word that you say. I learned a lot. A lot. Obviously, I know that I have to enhance and improve my pronunciation and other things in English. And but I thank you.
Okay. Okay, Helen, thank you very much for your, I really appreciate that words that you really enjoyed the class and that you learned how to use tenses to speak and to participate. That is the idea. Okay, guys, before to finish, I'd like to share with you a, a link. Me gustaría compartirles un link de feedback survey. Recuerden también completar el link de asistencia, por favor, que se los compartí por el chat. Lo voy a volver a compartir nuevamente. El link de asistencia es súper importante, por favor. Y también les voy a compartir, chicos, una survey, una encuesta para que por favor la diligencien. ¿Ok?
Okay, teacher.
Give me a second, please, that I don't find my cell phone.
Profe, yo tengo una pregunta.
Yes.
Y yo ya hice la encuesta, pero creo que en la parte donde decía CDA, CDB, bueno, algo así, creo que estaba averiguando ahorita, creo que cliqué mal. No sé si se puede volver a hacer la encuesta o ya queda así.
La encuesta todavía no se las he compartido. Lo que les compartí fue
No, la asistencia, perdón.
la asistencia. No creo que te la deje marcar, solamente deja marcar una sola vez.
Profe, qué pena. ¿Nos puedes, porfa, compartir el link por el chat de
¿De Teams? ¿De la grabación?
No, de la ruleta, porfis.
Ah, sí, perfecto. Me
Muchas
regalan
gracias, profe.
ok, me regalan un segundito, que creo que dejé mi celular en la otra sala. Vengo porque no me deja abrir mi correo, ¿vale? Un segundito. Ok, sí. En efecto, dejé mi celular en otro salón. Ok, ahora sí les voy a compartir el link de la encuesta para que por favor me la completen, ¿vale? Y eso sería todo. Ahí ya la están mirando. Si la miran, la compartí por el chat. La voy a volver a compartir nuevamente. Listo. Okay, guys, thank you very much. This is all for our class. See you in another opportunity. I hope so that you enjoy the class. I hope so that you enjoy watching different strategies. And thank you very much all the people that you participated in the lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye. Please don't forget to that important thing that you have to do, that is filling the participants survey, okay?
All right. Thank you, teacher. Thanks for your time. Have a good one.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Okay. Anytime. Anytime. That was a pleasure.
Thank you so much to everybody. to be here in this class. Was amazing.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye.
Bye, teacher. God bless you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you, teacher. You too.